Nice to see you back at work, Bo.
Good to be working. You're less of a taskmaster than Jude, Bonnie. Now, let's find some more locks.
Good luck, and work...
The mind can overcome any discomfort, sings the lamentation of this. Clearly, they didn't consider how an old Khajiit feels in the cold. Nasdar feels the damp in his bones. How could you stand it?
These old barrels smell like wine. Maybe brandy? Might have started as fresh fruit as long as they've been left here. Gone now, whatever it was. Shame. I could use a stiff drink right now.
Tasnasi begs you to keep your voice down. She knows Kazda keeps no guards down here, but there might still be someone or something listening. We need to get to the courtyard. There's a way up at the other end of these dungeons, but Tasnasi heard Kazda bought some special locks for the gates to keep any intruders out. Made from salvaged dwarven parts Jubani had cobbled into locks, sold them to Kazda for quite a hefty sum, but Vol can get through them, and you'll be with him in case he needs support. It's safer for one or two to scout ahead while the rest wait in reserve. Attracts less attention, and should something go wrong, we will be free to support you. The three of us will catch up once you signal that the coast is clear.
There's the lock. Watch my back, won't you? One down. Let's get going. Might need an ebony pick for this one. You know the drill. Bit stiff, that one. Glad I'll keep machine grease in my hair. Kazda's done some redecorating, I see. Not sure I like it. Keep the coast clear, won't you? There. Hopefully that's the last of them. My fingers are getting sore. Hey, that's our way to the courtyard.
They're through. No lagging behind.
Keep up, old-timer. I made it and I can barely walk straight.
Gaze in wonder at the affirm, for their aches are the song of long life. Do not fear a dark passage, for from them it's easiest to see light. Nasdar is happy to see the way to the courtyard is just ahead.
You can do it, Serene. It's just moving yourself and 4 other living people with one of the most complex spells known. It's not like you could, mix up people's arms or legs or anything.
Vol did good. You as well. Tasnasi knew this would be the easiest part of the plan. Things get harder from here. We have the courtyard to deal with on the other side of the door. We've got to cross the courtyard. There are guards to worry about, and we'll have little cover for a group of our size. But Serene solves that problem for us. She can teleport us across. The guards will never even know we're there. Serin, it's your turn.
Everyone stand still. You're making me crazy. Just need to concentrate. Focus the power. Imagine the destination. Alright, here we go.
What the...
So far, so good. Now roll.
You're sure?
To quote the barkeep, you look sick.
That's not good.
This one prefers his feet.
Thought I lost you.
And Burido, waking from the dream, kissed the earth until his mouth was full of mud. The scrolls of companionship, moon passage. Nazdar channels Burido at this moment, though his back feels nice and loose.
Moons, you're not hurt, are you? All your limbs in place? And Nazdar's looking pretty good, actually. Now the not good. You and Nazdar didn't quite make it to where I intended, and it will be a while before I can cast something like that again. You'll have to make your own way here. There is a basic rule of spellcraft. Do not attempt while drunk, or while recently drunk. Never been great with rules. I ended up losing control of the spell while attempting to teleport you and Nazdar. Sorry about that. Tasnasi wants you and Nazdar to make your way to the base of the South Tower. That's where we're waiting. She also was very insistent. Avoid killing any of the guards. Northwest? East-ish? You have to come through the courtyard, which means avoiding patrols. Don't get caught. Tasnasi is going to be pretty upset if you kill anyone. She says it will raise alarms, but I know the truth. It's because Tasnasi used to run with them. They were all part of Dashing Dasalso's crew back in the day. She tries to act like she doesn't care about them after they exiled her, but it's a lie.
Nazdar advises patience. We can avoid the sentries if we are calm. Heed the tenets of the Whispering Claw, and no one will pay you any more mind than they would a lark's shadow. The words of Nazdar's master, the venerable Peludar. At his age, Nazdar's aches are like raindrops. Whether they come as a drizzle or a flood, they are too numerous to count. If something is missing, he has not noticed. Walk softly, Master Hendo taught me. If we get into trouble, be warned. I cannot help. My fists are weapons no longer. Soft as a whisper, quick as a shout. The first finger of the Whispering Claw teaches. As the second finger of the Whispering Claw says, shadows consume curiosity, time, and interest. Heed the third finger of the Whispering Claw. Distance is greater than any weapon. The fourth finger of the Whispering Claw states, command the space to move through it unseen. The final finger of the Whispering Claw states, the claw that passes as a whisper is the mark of the master. Nazdar advises patience. We can avoid the sentries if we are calm. Heed the tenets of the Whispering Claw. Each finger of the Whispering Claw can take another's life, but follow their teachings, and they may save your own. In another time, Nazdar was a practitioner of the Whispering Claw monastic tradition. The great sage of the desert wind would not say so, For what can be sacrosanct of studied warfare or devout of training for trespass? Nazdar cannot claim to be blessed either, but there is spirit in the teachings. Understanding the Whispering Claw is not merely learning facts. It is action, it is meditation, training on the strictures. He apologizes that all he can offer now are words, but he hopes the seeds of their wisdom take root.
You made it, both of you. Tasnasi is glad.
Sorry about that. When this is all done, I'll buy you a drink.
Moon's mercy, Serene. When we're done here, I will smash every bottle of wine in Elsweyr.
Not if I drink them first.
Nazdar, you're our way into this tower. Ready?
The ascent of the body is nothing compared to that of the soul. Saint Yosito spoke wisely.
Sorry, I thought I was going to vomit again. First, Nazdar, did I miss something?
Upstaged by a grey-maned grandpa. Next time I'll have to pick locks blindfolded and with my teeth.
Tasnasi admits she was not certain the old one still had it in him. You should have seen Nazdar before age caught his tail. We should get inside before anyone notices our presence.
Your knees shouldn't make that noise, right?
They should make no noise, Vol.
I'm no healer, but even I can tell Nazdar's really ground his gears this time. Maybe lost a few bearings while he was at it. The body's not so different from a machine when you think about it. I can patch him up, I'm sure of it. Yes? I mean, yes. Just need to lubricate the joints, I figure. This won't be a problem. Besides, it's not like I don't understand Khajiit anatomy. The Green Pact fought some deserters in Reaper's March a few years back. Anyway, now's not the time to talk about food. I have work to do.
No rest, wrote the ascetic Vulado, is sweeter than one following great exertion. Nazdar thinks perhaps he did not stretch properly before his climb. He is no longer the spry 80-year-old he once was. Nazdar's knees tried to tell him he was no longer able to prance like a kitten, but he did not heed them. They are angry with him now. They are only sprains. Aches. Can and should, wrote Rid Tharidata, and knowing the difference between them is the cornerstone of wisdom. With Vol's ministrations, Nazdar will be back to his former self in an hour, perhaps more. Do not worry for him.
Tasnasi's gotten tense. More tense than usual. Things could have gone smoother so far, sure, but she's not one to get rattled.
Nazdar did well to get us inside, but it looks like this strain was more than he could handle. He needs rest, which means Tasnasi needs to change her plans. Vol is the closest thing we have to a healer. He might be able to get Nazdar moving again, but he needs time, which means he won't be able to pick the locks on Kazda's vaults. Tasnasi wants you and Serene to get the vault keys. This one has other business in the palace. When she's done with it, she will meet you at the entrance to the vault, on the lower floors. Tasnasi has always said she was innocent of the Salzo's death, and she knows in her heart that Kazda was behind it. She must have proof, not to show the stitches, but to quiet her own soul. She needs that more than her share of the gold. Take care getting the keys. The thugs in this palace are Kazda's most loyal, and just as vicious and cruel as he. Expect no mercy and give none. Serene will help keep things quiet in case fighting breaks out. That was different. Many of the keep's guards were close to the Salzo. They follow Kazda only because they must. The lapdogs in this palace are loyal to Kazda alone. The ones who are closest to Kazda do not show loyalty because they are virtuous, but because he allows them to indulge their worst impulses. I am not telling you to punish them, only that they won't be missed by anyone in the stitches. Yes, Tasnasi has gotten used to being on her own ever since the Salzo died. She knows this place like the back of her paw. She'll be fine. Nazdar has to stay behind. He's in no condition to creep through the palace right now. Hopefully Vol can get him back on his feet in time for an expedient departure. As long as they stay back in this old storeroom, they should be fine. Take care,
Well, better I'm paired up with you than the ancient adept or the smarmy wood elf. You look like you can handle a scuffle. I'm only good at knocking myself out with a bottle, but I know a spell or two to muffle the noise of the brawl. You know how many bar brawls I have to try to sleep through in the stitches? Trust me, I know I can cast that one drunk. Now, if there were only a spell to protect from rude awakenings involving buckets. They'll be with his lieutenants, I'll bet. They come to the Goiter's Gulp every few nights, get drunk and blather on about how much the boss trusts them and lets them get away with murder. Literally. They're bound to be in the palace. Somewhere.
There you are. He's got her. He's got her.
Keep it down. What are you talking about?
Kazda, he and his bodyguard, biggest I've ever seen. They cornered Tasnasi and took her back there. You have to save her.
If Tasnasi's been taken, it won't be long before Kazda kills her. You're the only ones that can do something about it. Vol and I are no good in a fight, and Nazdar looks like he'd get blown over by a gentle breeze. You're the best bet we have of getting in, getting Tasnasi, and getting out. Don't worry about us. We'll find our own way out of the keep.
You have to free Tasnasi. Kazda's gonna kill her. Deeper into the palace, the room carved into the rock. I popped the lock, but Kazda's enforcer is with him. Never seen a minotaur that big. Cud, that's what Kazda calls him. Had him since he took over the stitches, but I don't know his story. Not exactly the talkative type, always chewing something. If it comes down to it, I'd fight dirty. Cud's all muscle, I'll bet.
If Nazdar's body did not protest, if he had been a few years younger, she would not be in such danger. Forgive him. Please, find Tasnasi. Vole and I heard voices. We hid as they grew close. It was two of Kazda's guards, gloating about Tasnasi's capture. Tasnasi had been found looking through records, books. Kazda caught her in the act. Nazdar does not understand. Books were not the riches she said she sought. What wealth there is in knowledge cannot be measured in coin, as Ulu said, perhaps.
You're always naive, Tasnasi. You and the selves of both. So focused on the future that you never could see the night behind you.
By Jove, Tasnasi will claw your eyes out.
You have one friend left in this world, it seems. Not for much longer. Cut! Regret crossing Kazda!
He's getting away! Untie me! After him!
Please, Tasnasi, spare me!
Shut up, Kazda! One more word from your lying tongue and Tasnasi will claw it out! He did it. Everything Tasnasi suspected him of. He killed the Salzo. He had her take the blame. He was proud of it. Now that I have my claws at his throat, he discovers the meaning of mercy. He took this one's home from her, the only one she has known, and he couldn't give it back if he wanted to. She has no proof but his word. Even if he confessed and cleared her name, the stitches she would return to is not the one she left behind. One joy is left to Tasnasi, to kill Kazda. Then she leaves this all behind her, for good. The Salzo is dead. Everyone Tasnasi has ever known turned their back on her. The stitches are in shambles. Why would this one ever want to return to such a place? You are right. Tasnasi has tried to forget, tried to move on. Not a night goes by that she doesn't dream of times past. She knows what must be done. Tasnasi will make this one face the justice of the stitches. Wait for her at the tavern in town. Tasnasi will only make this offer once. Confess to the stitches for all you have done, and she will not try out your torture devices for herself.
Tasnasi, you win!
Get up. All the stitches will hear the truth from your lips before the day is done.
Heard you slew that slab of beef cud. You bring me, honey. Really worked up an appetite on that job.
To defer celebration without necessity is perhaps the most grievous sin. Hokey the festive knew the truth when he spoke it. With so many uncertainties in life, we should celebrate when we have reason. And what better reason have we than this?
There you are. Vol managed to swipe a bottle of oleander reserve from the Avernos. It was delicious. There's something else to drink around here, I'm sure.
My friend. No, more than that. Family. Kazda's deeds have been made known to the stitches. Tasnasi's name is cleared. For now, at least, there is something to drink to. Or, in Serene's case, something else to drink to. Now Tasnasi is home, and you enjoy her hospitality. Raise a mug, kick up your feet, and count your coin. There is much to be done to fix the damage Kazda did, but that is for Tasnasi to worry about. Your work is done, even if hers is just beginning. Strange as it seems, Tasnasi is not only forgiven in the stitches, she is looked up to. It will take time for the stitches to be as it was. Maybe it will never get there, but even if she cannot live up to Dashing the Salzo's legacy, Tasnasi will try. So much as anyone can be in charge of the stitches. With Kazda in exile, there's hope of going back to how it was, how Dashing the Salzo saw it. They have not entirely forgotten him, or Tasnasi. She'll do her part. We all will. The job is done. Their lives are their own. But Tasnasi wants to make life better in the stitches, and she will need help to do so. She could use them, Vol's tinkering, Serene's magic, Nazdar's wisdom, if they will offer it.
Well, we didn't get into the vault. Normally I'd call the job a wash, but it seems like Tasnasi owns the vault now, so I guess you could say the job was a success. Funny how things work out.
Do not mistake a righted wrong for an undone wrong, I believe is the mantra of Gautfang Master Junri. Nazdar is glad to know Tasnasi's name is restored, but perhaps gladder to know she faced this tragedy and overcame it.
How many of those Averno brothers are there? It's like a couple more every time I look over. I swear they are multiplying.
I suppose the quality of service will have to go up now that Tasnasi's in charge, but it's a small price to pay for a leader with some panache. She's no dashing Dasalzo, but she's got a certain charm. Any charm at all is a step up from Kazda. She couldn't be worse. Kazda was driving this place into the ground. Scipion and I were just getting our hands on anything we could before making a discreet exit. Now, we have time to savor the fruits of our labor.
Tasnasi's in, Gazda's out. Business goes on all the same, dull as ever. The matter of Kazda's punishment presents some interesting opportunities, though I don't suppose she'll let him off with a good spanking.
Between you and me, Jubani's pretty miffed about Tasnasi's takeover. It won't come to nothing. She won't cross someone as popular as Tasnasi is around here. With Tasnasi in charge, most of Jubani's crew are back to sorting scrap. You know the best part about not having thumbs? Never getting picked to root through garbage.
Nara's Reishi bets Kazda wishes he'd been nicer to the Stitches. He will need sewing up if he shows his face here again. This one knew Tasnasi would return, or at least she hoped she would at very long odds. Drinks are on the Nara's Reishi tonight.